What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today we are checking out some Rimworld. We're playing the Rich Explorer. And so I just accepted a new person into the colony. I'm hoping that he can outrun the raiders that are behind him, because if he can... Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, are they well equipped? We have 1 with a revolver and 2 with guns. Or, I'm sorry, 2 with knives. Those are, unless they're very, very pointy guns, those are not guns. Okay, we'll be alright. I can equip him up with a shiv. I don't know what he was good at doing. Let me take a look at his character. He's pretty good at melee. Go get the steel knife. It's the only thing we've got for right now. 4 set up over here. Recruit failed on that side. They are going to come straight at us. You actually move forward to there. There you go, there you go. Get him, Chief! There we go, one's down. And so the other ones are out of range now. Callian is going to get stabbed, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about that. So let me take a look here, and we're going to fire at McMahon, hopefully dropping him and causing that guy to run away. Those bullets went dangerously close to people that were not supposed to get shot today. There we go. Another one bites the dust. I want you to follow him and kill him if you can. Or just shoot him from right here. That's fine, too. I want his gun. I want his gun very, very badly. Callian is down, so we're going to fire at him. If we can kill him off, that'd be great. There we go. And so we've killed him off. Go ahead and rescue Callian. We're going to get all the knives. And then that is a poor quality revolver. But, you know, it's better than nothing. Let me take a look at my work list now, because we've got a new colonist. We've got a new colonist, which is a really good thing for us, because we need more labor force. We need more labor force very badly. And until we have that labor force, we're going to struggle a little bit. So take him to the med bed. He's the only wound that we took here for today. Prioritize tending to him, please. Make sure that he ends up with all of his boo-boos band-aided. And once all of his boo-boos have been band-aided, I will be much more... a lazy prostophile. I kind of want that guy, I'll be honest with you. I kind of want him. He's a little bit better than this lady right here. It's possible that we could just let her go. But... how long does he have till he dies? 12 hours? Yeah, capture that dude. Capture that dude. I'm gonna try. He's actually a really good shooter. And when it comes to shooters, I actually very much prefer to have them. You capture him. There you go. Good stuff. Go ahead and bury the dead guys, please. I'd like to make sure that that happens. For you, you are going to be chat and recruit. Okay. A couple more people that we can get stuff done with. What is he trying to do right now? Oh, he's trying to go and get the pig. Okay. I was going to say, I don't know what he's up to right now. Not assigned to wardening. Yeah, but you are assigned to tending, so please, go and tend this individual. Tend him very quickly. Now, the game does have kind of like balance machinations inside of it, where like if you have too many prisoners, your chances of a jailbreak goes up pretty heavily. We have a psychic soothe for all the males. Good, because I'm pretty sure everybody but Callian... oh, well, never mind. Yeah, everybody but Callian is a male, and so that'll actually work out for us pretty... never mind. Cat is not. Hopefully this dude makes it. If this dude makes it, we should be able to... did I shoot off any of his body parts? No, none of his body parts have been shot off. So that's a plus for us as well. We have 3 meals at the moment. We're definitely going to want to get some food underway before we get too far into the game. We've got enough pig meat to supply us for a little while. Let's take a look at the possibilities of growing zones, shall we? I would like to have a few growing zones. And so I think a 9x5 right there sounds great. That can be potato plants. That sounds good to me. I'm okay with potato plants. Potato plants are good, and they're a part of what we want to do. We'll do like a little 9x5 right there. We will call that rice. I like having surpluses of food. In case you didn't know me in the way that I play this game, I very much like having food surpluses. In case anything goes wrong, we can sort of fix that up real quick. Over here, I would suggest that we do some kind of heal route. And so let's get that all in there. I think I do have somebody with the skill to do it. Nobody has... oh, none of your non-downed people. He'll be back in a minute. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And then from right here, right along the road, I'll probably put in some cotton plants. Just because it's nice to have stuff that we can make clothing out of. It's nice to have something we can make clothing out of. We do have people actively sleeping on the floors right now. That's not a good thing. They are going to get a little bit upset about it, and it is going to become a problem for them. However... I think if we can wrangle both of these people over here, We are going to be in a very, very magical spot. We are going to be in an incredibly magical spot. That'll give us 5 people, which means we're on the map as far as the game is concerned. I would like to get some production and some other things going, but truly, the lack of work hands at the moment has really gotten in the way of us being able to effectively arbitrate work and make things happen the way we want them to work. And so, Kalium, eating some food. It's going to take a couple days for the... Oh, good, you got food poisoning. Man, all kinds of bad luck. Kalian's just not having a good day, is he? Kalian is not having a good day. Let's set up some work over here. So, Burus, I'm going to take you off that. I'm going to put you on that. I need you to bed rest, flick, patient. Handling, you're no good at, so take that off. Hunting, meh, maybe. You have no shooting skills, though. I will have you construct and grow and plant cut, weirdly enough, so that you can help out with some of the menial labor around here. And then also, I'll probably put you on cleaning duty. No, I'll put you on cleaning duty 3rd. But what I'll do is that growing will be on 4, mining and plant cutting will be on 4, just in case, to make sure that he gets the stuff done that he needs to get done. Kalian's kind of having a rough day. I feel bad for Kalian. Kalian is having the worst day ever. First, you get stabbed by a psycho in the jungle with a knife. In the jungle, the terrifying jungle, the people with knives stab me. Okay, that's been moved around. Looks good. They're going to start with the tree chopping over here. I'm going to strongly suggest you guys build some beds. Like, for real, though. If you guys don't have beds, you have this tendency to get grumpy and be like, oh, my head hurts. Build some beds for yourself. Make life good, you know what I mean? Like, make things work. I may have to stop treating the muscle parasites pretty soon, but I don't know. Please don't get food poisoning again. If this boy gets food poisoning again, or that girl, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Either way, if that individual gets food poisoning again, I'm gonna cry. There we go. And so we've got Omid now. Omid is not that great of a character, but Omid has potential as a permanent research fixture. What you really want to have a lot of the time is... Oh, she's actually got Night Owl, too. Does anybody else have Night Owl? Steadfast, Pyromaniac, Neurotic, Teetotaler. Okay. So for Omid, we're actually going to have an opposite work schedule for Omid. So let's go ahead and get that going. Omid has a light passion for doctoring. It might be an okay idea to start having her train as a backup doctor. I may give that a go. Animal handling is okay for you, so we'll leave everybody else kind of not doing that. Construction is okay for you. I would like you to grow. I would like you to mine. You can't plant cut, though, so that's going to be problematic, but everything else looks good to me. We've got 2 researchers now. I'm going to take Kalian off of research since we have somebody else that's more adequately equipped to do that. 2 beds are in. So we got 1, 2, 3 beds, and then we can convert that one back into a normal bed. So we're solid right there. They are planting crops out on this side, and it looks like we've got people chopping trees. Now, the big thing we want to do is for Kalian, we want to copy that schedule over. Actually, no, go there, okay. And then for Omid, the math professor, he's actually going to need to sleep during the day because he's got Night Owl, which means he'll get a non-stop penalty if he's awake during the if he's running around. He's nocturnal, so if he's running around during the day, he's gonna have a passive like -10 to his happiness, and we don't want that. We don't want that to happen at all. How many foods do I have? Somebody also needs to come out here and hunt this cassowary, please. We have things we need to kill. Omid, were you any good at shooting? No, you're not. Good lord, you're bad at shooting. Okay, that's disappointing. Equip the revolver for right now. I'm gonna give it to somebody else. We got Cassowary Revenge over here. There you go. Take care of business. Do what you gotta do. Don't get clawed up. Cassowaries have some pretty nasty talons on them. That's an animal right there that can definitely cause you some issues. So Kalian's done right there. What faction is he from? He's from the Crocodiles. Where are the Crocodiles at? Let's take a look at the planet, see if we can find these guys. So the Crocodiles... That's Murderer's Rock, Murderer's Mountain. So the swords, the crocodiles, and the crocodiles. We could make peace with them by releasing that guy, but he's got such a good shooting rating that, like, I don't know. He's got a really good shoot rating, and I kind of want him. Like, having somebody with a 10-inch shoot would be great, because that means we can make, like, a nasty little firing line for our enemies, and that's what I would prefer to do. Kalium's getting some joy time in. Omid's up here doing some planting. Omid's pretty terrible at planting, if I remember right, though, right? Yeah, it's going to take a bit. But once they get up to level, like, 3 or 4, they start doing an okay job of it. It's not quite so bad anymore. Why is everybody not sleeping right now? Y'all were supposed to be in bed. Oh, they're having a party. I was going to say. Y'all were supposed to be in bed like 2 hours ago. I don't like to enact like strict policies of like you being unconscious. But like we kind of need that to happen. Is anybody available to make some bird meat? Because in the morning there's not going to be any food. I would also like to hunt that cassowary. Basically, if there's any animals around, just go ahead and shoot them. We're going to subsist almost entirely upon meat, on flesh, on goody bacon right now. We're going to have birdie bacon. I do like having nocturnal characters. A lot of people don't like having nocturnal characters because it splits up their workforce so that things don't get done in the time frames that they like. I like having nocturnal people, actually. I don't mind it at all. Having nocturnal people works out pretty well. Can you cook? You should go cook. Make breakfast for everybody. Just real fast. I know you probably won't be any good at it, but, like, people are going to need food when they wake up. Otherwise, they're going to get very angry very quickly. And so, if you can, like, put a couple of meals in there, I wouldn't hate it. People getting food poisoning left and right now, and that was freshly cooked, too. Problems. Problems, problems everywhere, even in my underwear. Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me chicken soup with rice. I do like chicken soup with rice, though. Oh my god, chicken soup with rice in it? It's so good. The rice adds more texture to it and makes it better. I would rather have rice in the chicken noodle soup than, like, noodles. So I guess it'd be chicken and rice, but still, I like chicken and rice soup a lot. That's one of my favorites. A little bit of stock in there. Make it happen, Captain. Got a little bit of that. All right, who was it here that was really good at growing? I thought we had somebody that was good at growing. So we actually don't have a lineup right now at all on Heal Root. That's bad, because that means we're going to be trading for our medical supplies and adding insult to injury there, literally. We have Kalian, who's constantly decreasing the amount of medical supplies that we have with their muscle parasites. I may actually take that off then. Kalian as a character, Doctor Care but no medicine from now on, unless he gets wounded, and then I'll just micromanage it. We'll give him Doctor Care, but we're not going to be able to do much more for him because I can't have him eating up all of my medical supplies. So now we're actually starting to get some real work done, which is good because we needed to get some real work done. They've chopped down some trees over here. It's given us a little bit of wood. I would like to see all of this stuff get knocked down here, but I think the game is going to prioritize planting fields first before it does anything else. We also have the availability right now of other things. Like, we should be able to get some strawberries planted. If we can't do Heal Root with anybody, just turn that into a strawberry grouping. That'll give a little bit more XP, I guess, or some kind of XP, or at least some variety to our food as we're going through here. We already have the rice field growing. This environment with all the rain and all the moisture and everything else should be a really good environment for growing rice. There's a bunch of rice paddies out where I live near Sacramento. I mean, I guess it's not near. It's like an hour away, but like all those rice paddies out by Sacramento when you get on the 80 out there. They'll be sitting out there, and all you can see for miles and miles and miles is just rice paddy out there. Loads and loads and loads of it. I don't know who decided they were going to grow rice in like an arid area, but apparently they decided it was a good idea, and I'm sure the government decided to subsidize it for some dumbass reason. Like, yo, let's subsidize growing extremely thirsty crops in locations where you should not be growing extremely thirsty crops. Sometimes the way that the world works makes no sense to me. Sometimes the way the world works makes no sense to me. Let's chop down some trees. Yeah, chop down those trees right there. Get that done. I suppose we'll just wait and see what happens in the morning. Back up in the morning, it looks like our workforce is able to do their thing. We don't have a whole lot of minor break risks or anything like that, which is really fantastic. However, we are just barely staying ahead of the food curve right now. That's largely going to be due to the planting season. A lot of our people that would normally be cooking are going to be like running around and planting. We should have enough meals for the rest of the day. I'm going to leave this guy in here. Worst case scenario is if he doesn't recruit like in the next 3 to 4 days, what we can do is we can release him, and it'll give us a plus 15 faction bonus with the crocodiles. And once their faction goes up, they're less likely to attack us. Which a lot of people, some people will be like, be careful about doing that because you won't be able to get new recruits. I would counter that with don't worry about it, because by the point that's going to matter anyways, you should already have 7 or 8 people, and they should be able to survive long term without any issues. And so I'm really hoping that 4 ends up with 8 growing really soon. If 4 does not end up with 8 growing really soon, I'm going to be sad because we need that. 8 growing is going to allow us to have a non-stop supply of Heal Root. Heal Root has consistently caught nerfs in the previous builds over and over and over again, but it's still good. Like, it's still alright. We have a 1% chance So yeah, I may actually just try to release him for the faction bonus if we can't get him to recruit up. It doesn't look like he's really going to have much of a chance anyways. He's in restraints and he's slowed. We'll get attacked more frequently by his faction later on in the game, because what they'll want to do is they'll want to rescue him. Shoot that cassowary too. If you got time, kill the cassowary. We need the food. Yep, chase him down and make it happen, Captain. It's also shooting practice. All things considered, it's shooting practice. It gives us food. And until our crops are fully grown and we've got a nice little rotation of things that we can subsist on, hunting is going to be the main source of a lot of our victuals. So go ahead and hunt the piggies up here too. Hunt the piggies up. Up, 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 up. Hunt the piggies up. Alright, so I'd like to see a better food supply. With 4 people right now, we are going to have to deal with an ever-increasing bar graph for food, but I think we should be alright. I may also put in, we've got a monkey right there that can't be eaten. Well, you might as well go eat that monkey then. It looks like a cobra bit his face off. Brutal. It's pretty metal right there. Damn, nature, why you so scary, though? We'll go out and make a house like right here. Looks good to me. That is not what I wanted to do right there. We just need places for peoples to live. I am going to put in a door right there so that that stays up. And then as far as the floors go, I always just go with wood floors at this point in the game. Like later on we can worry about carpeting and like marble floors and all that kind of stuff. There is an argument to be made that we could add slate chunks to different places. It is a thing that we could do, but we haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to sell off some of this leather surplus we've got going on. We have a lot of pigskin and whatnot laying around, and we can either use that to craft clothing. I would say that if you've got extra labor and just people sitting around, tailoring things into clothing is a great way to make money. If you make a bunch of shirts and a bunch of pants and stuff like that, people come by like tribals and whatnot, and you can sell like $50, $60 for a pair of pants. And if you got 10 or 15 of them sitting around, that can be really good trade fodder. The other thing that I would recommend having is weed. If you have marijuana, you can sell that to people whenever they come through too. You can roll joints, and you can sell the joints off as time allows. And the joints, I think, are worth about $6 a pop. And so if you can stack up like 200, 300 joints in between each visit from the merchants, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. I would actually say that that's where 90% of my cash comes through on some of my bigger, more successful playthroughs. Good. Keep chopping down trees. We need wood for a minute right now. We need lots and lots of food. And also lots and lots of wood. So both those things are going to be paramount if we want to survive into the future. It's 107 outside right now. That's a hell of a day. I'm also going to have to run some more cabling, methinkies. We do have extra people around. There is the off chance that at 2%, I have recruited things at 0.5% and whatnot every now and again. I find it's best if you just don't pay attention to it, though, when the stats are that close. Just let it do its thing over the course of, like, 100 days, and, you know, eventually you'll be successful just based on pure luck alone. But it doesn't always happen the way that you want it to. As far as production goes, I would like to have a research bench. I don't know if we have the time for that just now. Oh, we started out with the smithy and everything, too. Damn, we started out with all kinds of good stuff. I didn't realize the survivor starts out with that. I did not realize. Alright, so run me a power grid over to there. Run me a power grid down that way. Power grid's already been run right there, so we'll run the power grid down to here. Just keep it encapsulated inside the buildings. Give them some random little tasks that they can work on in order to make us a tad more self-sufficient. We do have short circuit enabled. I normally disable short circuit because it's an event that I don't like. For those of you that don't know, short circuit is an event that makes it so your batteries randomly explode if they're overcharged for too long. And so it's just an annoying event. I just don't like it. Personally, it's not something that I use when I play the game. I tend to play with it disabled because I don't like having multiple battery banks that run the different areas, and it's just, that's not an entertaining facet of the gameplay for me, and so it doesn't work for me. But if it works for you, by all means, feel free to play with short circuit. We do have it in this game, so we're going to want to be careful about leaving our batteries fully charged, because they will occasionally just discharge all of their energy and blow up like half a building and kill a civilian. And so it's an event that you got to be careful about. You got to watch for it. We don't have anybody that's a miner down there just yet, and in fact, do I have anybody that's any good at mining? I have a few people that are like remedial at mining, but not very good at it. I'll take it. Omid, how you doing on that cooking right there? You doing any better at it? I want to see what she gets like 150 XP per meal she cooks. She'll get good at it eventually. It's just going to take some time. It's going to take her a couple of weeks, a season or two for her to get up to like level 4, level 5. And then later on, once food is no longer a problem, we can redivert her resources elsewhere. The other thing that I would do is maybe put in another house right here. I may consider using this as our holdout zone where we try to stay safe. I'm not a fan of building into mountains. A lot of people like to build into mountains. I don't know. I've done that enough with Dwarf Fortress and Nomori and everything else. I like building outside and having like what normal humans would live inside of as a housing option. I'll probably put in like a, I don't know, just put in like a little square house down here. We'll do like kind of a normal looking house down here. And then if we need to, we'll go like that, just to make it look a tiny bit more interesting. There we go. Perfect. Drop that right there, and that gives us another house to place our civilians inside of. So that'll be good because I can finally move that bed over to here, and we're going to use this as kind of like a little production / social area for the future, I think. At least that's what I'm leaning towards personally for what I want to use it for. This has been a dry month for gaming, man. It's been a dry, well, not a dry month, a dry week. I feel like we had a really good run the last 2 weeks or so on like really fantastic indie games that were coming out. This week we have updates to other games, but we don't have like any new products that are coming out at the moment that are jumping out at me. And so I'm in one of those unenviable positions as a first impressions YouTuber where I got to sit around and wait for new stuff to come out, and I don't like that very much. I like having at least 10 games lined up to do like small series on so that you guys can find out about them. That's my comfort zone where I don't actively feel anxious like 90% of the day. We have a Manhunter pack. That's sort of interesting. What kind of Manhunter pack is it? It's an Ostrich Manhunter pack? That's kind of a weird Manhunter pack, but alright. Everybody group up. Everybody get over here, except for Kalian, who apparently does not have a weapon right now. Go get your auto pistol, man, and then come back. I was going to say, they should go down pretty quickly. I see precisely 0 ways that an ostrich is going to get the jump on us like that, with this many people lined up and shooting. Finish him off with a hunt. Finish him off with a hunt. I don't really tame animals a whole lot right now. Later on in the game, what we'll try to do is we'll try to have, like, 5 or 6 ostriches or like 5 or 6 boars. If we can do that, it puts us in a really dominant position as far as the game is concerned, because then what we can do is we can release the hounds on our enemies and we can have the animals soak all the damage from raids and stuff like that while we kick back, relax, and fire guns at them. So, you know, stuff to think about. Stuff to think about. Cooking is still at level 1 over here, but trying to move along. Does that give cooking levels where she mashes out an ostrich? It does. It gives 100 XP. Good. I'm glad to see it. I'm really glad to see it. How are we doing on the mining queue down here? That cougar just wiped out that cassowary over there. I am thankful for the fact that we have a lot of good stuff going on for our colony. Given the fact that, ooh, it's raining right now. Yeah, this should get a super bonus to growing when it's raining. If I remember right from the last update, rice grows very, very rapidly once it's got rain and like murky, hot conditions. Seems to do pretty well. Now that we got all the wiring run, the other thing that we want to look into is installing coolers in each of these houses to make sure that everybody's got air conditioning. Air conditioning is a gift from whatever deity happens to be right. I don't care which one. But without air conditioning, good lord, man. Most people around here in the summer, because it's like 120 outside, put the air conditioning to about 80. That's what it was in my family. That was the general rule, is that it was never to be cooler than 80 degrees inside of the house. And so it was still pretty goddamn hot inside sometimes. 80's not as bad, though. 80 versus 120, I'll take the 80. No lie, I will take the 80. I am a bay boy after all. I am a bay boy after all, and that's the only highway we live on. Oh my god, I was on the highway last night. I had to take my wife to the airport at like 5 in the morning. Actually, I was driving her out there at 2:30 in the morning. I got home at 5. And there was a fog bank that rolled in. Oh, somebody's starting fires, huh? Do I have people that'll stop fires? Burris is starting fires. You need to prioritize putting out that fire right there. Don't let it get to the medicine. Don't let it get to the medicine. Holy shit, that scared me. That's like the only thing we can't lose right now. Fire starting sprees are actually not that bad. Don't worry about them. Fire starting sprees are slightly annoying. Is somebody being attacked right now? Who's being attacked at the moment? Someone's being attacked. The game just slowed down. Who's being attacked? Tasia has been bitten to death. Oh, there it is. A cobra ate our dog. Alright, well. I suppose go kill the cobra then. We might as well get revenge out of this entire exchange. You guys should also probably put out some fires. Is this inside my home zone? Why are you guys not putting out these fires? That should kind of be a high priority for us right now. Fire starting is not that bad, though. I wouldn't stress about it too much. Fire starting is actually one of my favorite dysfunctions. That and binge drinking are the two which aren't really bad. They don't really hurt you that badly. But yeah, I was driving home on the 80 last night, like 5 in the morning, and I live next to a swamp. And a lot of fog. It was pea soup. It was pea soup. I was driving 20 miles an hour on the freeway. It was me and one other car behind me, and he was staying in the same lane that I was. He was using me as a roadblock. He would change lanes whenever I did. He was using me as a shield. It's okay. I would have done the same thing to him. And pea soup. Pea soup. And what's crazy is they were doing road construction in the middle of it. Like, you couldn't see across the street when I was driving. Like, you could see on the freeway, you could see 2 dots on the ground in front of you. And that's about as far out as you could see. And I was doing about 15, 20 miles an hour on the freeway. It was bad. It was really bad. It had me second guessing where I was. Like, I was on a road that I drive every single day. And I was like, shit, am I where I think I am right now? Oh my God, where's that stoplight at? There's supposed to be a, oh no. There's supposed to be a factory right there, but I can't see the factory. It had me second guessing if I was on the right turnoff and everything. I was. But good Lord, man, driving in that weather is no fun. This is Rimworld. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. This is our Rich Explorer playthrough, which is going pretty well right now. I'm sure that Cassandra Classic's going to raise the difficulty on us pretty soon, though, so we'll keep an eye on it. If you like the game, get it down below. Support the developer. This is one of the better colony management simulators out there compared to Dwarf Fortress, and in fact, one of the few that I would actually recommend wholeheartedly without any reservations. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. It's been fun.